This one's got character. Shall we tango?
Keep your heads or lose them. Let's end this quickly.
Massive Georges. My question is, where's the other one? Unless you're talking about the George family, in which case, weird that you're referencing a gaming couple in Carolina. Either way, hey everyone, welcome back to Xenoblade Chronicles 3. In the last episode, we found water, the source of all life for Colony Tau, in which they made things a little bit more difficult for themselves. Let's go from one spring which has one monster to another spring which has multiple monsters, and somehow the latter is easier and safer. Oh well, they have always been a backwards colony, but hey, that's besides the point. This episode though, we are starting off by killing Georges. We are mass murder. If you are named George, I'd look for a hiding place if I were you. But this episode is also going around colonies, and from what we learned from Juniper, we want to see if there are other hero quests to do regarding, well, our heroes. I am so excited to just continue on and just learn more about these characters and, you know, actually track down more consoles. Because one of the things that I'm hoping that with each hero quest that we've had, they've been different and they've been varied. Sometimes it's a personal quest, other times it's been about killing a console or the console just narrowly escaping. So I like that you get two sides of heroes. And for me, it's kind of cool. I kind of wish the main 6 had other things like that, but you know, we'll get to that point when we get to it. Oh, all I will say is Gondor. I'm gonna have mixed messages when I speak on your quest, my dear.
Yeah.
Leave it to me.
Do exactly as I say.
Yes, Tyon, it's right that you should head towards the door. And you know what? It's been a while since, you know, we've kind of had a one-on-one with Izarugi. Plus, I do know that we do need to talk to a few people here and there, you know, up the affinity and whatnot. But hey, we have a side quest. Let's see what it be. If we're gonna head down the Orion Trail, we need a secure route first.
The trail's pretty exposed. I'd rather not court danger unduly. Be as careful as you need. We just need to get the supplies back. You need to let it go. It can't be worth the risk.
What's up, guys? Trouble in paradise?
Oh, hello. No, it's nothing major.
We made preparations to take the Orion Trail for a prospective attack on Colony 5. None of that's relevant now, but the supplies we sent up there just got left.
The three of us have been talking about whether we should try and get them back. Recovering supplies doesn't seem like that hard a task. That's not really the problem.
There's a big enemy presence in the area. They've probably already caught wind of our stashes.
There's a chance they might try to set up an ambush or booby trap them or something. And we can't use an auto-lev, them being purely defensive, so we're trying to figure out a way to do it by ourselves. Situation being how it is, I personally think it'd be wiser just to abandon the idea, but Togen and Hazumi think it's vital, so...
Yeah, I see. It's not easy to recover supplies without alevness.
Exactly. I don't suppose you lot would be willing to lend us a hand. Sure, whatever. Oh, well, if you'd be willing to help, then that changes it completely. We could split up and advance in parallel. Much safer that way. If we cover the mountainous parts, would you be able to secure the area with supplies?
If other colonies got the horizon, it seems like a scrap's pretty much the order of the day. Yeah, battle is pretty likely. All we need is for things to be calm enough for us to go in, get the stuff, and get out. Understood. We'll go and have a look. Yay! We're pack mules again! Although I will say, despite these side quests, Uni still brings a smile out of my face. And just her writing says, well, yep, I guess you'll be asking us then.
Yeah.
And the NPC's response is, oh, will you? Oh, that'd be ever so fantastic. Oh, what partupitous and generous people you is. Oh, this is completely unexpected. We weren't here just waiting around for you guys at the pop-up. No, we were just sitting around twiddling our thumbs, and all of a sudden you appeared out of the kindness of your hearts. As Uni would say, sake, I like how they even said it like that. Oh, sake. It's censoring without actually censoring. And again, no, it hits closer to home, because that's pretty much how we Brits would say it. We wouldn't even say...
4-foot snake.
Yeah, man, as one of the funniest things to see develop as a kid. It looks like we found what we've been looking for.
That wasn't there before.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's let Colony Lambda take care of the rest.
Looky what we call. Little Soul was hoping to make off with the supplies. Oh, great. An ambush. Must be from Colony Lambda. Well, there's only one cure for these fools. So sad. We're taking you down right here and the supplies are coming with us.
Hold it, we've got monsters. Should we retreat?
I don't know. Ask the guys who have us surrounded. Let's save the arguments for when we've taken these monsters out. Oh yeah, you want to play allies and then stab us in the back? Don't think so. We'll take you all out together. So, was that a no on the Anzels, or what? Well, either way. Ah, man, it even shows. Like, yeah, sure, we're Agnes, but we're also assholes.
We're attacking Agnes, which, as Agnes, we shouldn't be doing.
Yeah. Like, yeah, let's screw her over a colony that's also on our side. Like, why can't we all just get along? How did this system work in the first place? It's Kevis versus Agnes, but also Agnes versus Agnes.
And on that note, I'm really surprised we're not seeing more Agnes and Kevis battles.
I suppose, but then again, you might say it gets a bit cluttered in the narrative.
Everyone okay? We saw you fighting and tried to mobilize as soon as we could, but...
Not necessary, mate.
Yeah, you're pretty tough customers. We kept the supplies intact, but it's only a matter of time before someone else comes for them. Yeah, we'll get them shifted. Thanks a lot. This place really is crawling with trouble, though. We have to reassess the deployment. Can we help out with that? No, you're okay. I'll discuss it with the bods in charge.
That sounds like a plan.
Right, I'll be off. Thanks again.
I'm sure Colony Lambda has everything well in hand. Indeed, we shouldn't interfere in their affairs too much. Okay, it's time for us to be off ourselves.
When you say don't meddle, that gives me the feeling that we should meddle.
Yeah.
We return and everything's been destroyed.
Also, what can you say? We shouldn't meddle in their affairs, and meanwhile we've done everything for them. We've saved them from a Mobius attack, we fixed their canteen, we've sorted out their supplies, we found their runaway off-seers. What haven't we done?
Yeah.
What haven't we done? And this is on top of us, like... to your point, we haven't seen many Kevis and Agnes fights. Again, I feel like it muddies the water. Plus, I can definitely see there being a little bit redundancy because we've seen that conflict with the main six when they first met each other. Mm-hmm. So maybe they would just be treading the same waters, but just with smaller effect. Meanwhile...
Let me just...
Oh, this can only be good.
Noah, let me just
cut you off.
Got some useful intel out of that.
My god. Well, anyway, it's time for more side quests.
Auto levs seem to be really a big thing for Lambda.
We want everything to be autonomous.
I'll draw up the rota for guard duty.
just wanted to confirm.
Say, those Autolev's majiggers are pretty nifty, eh? Colony Lambda was once defeated by Colony 13, owing to their special tactics. Commander Izarugi must have been deterred from fighting head-on and requested from the castle.
The autonomous Levnesses, you mean?
Yes, historically the colony has performed admirably. That must be contributed as the request being granted. The commander then used the Levnesses and prevailed over Colony 13.
And they remain garrisoned at Lambda.
If they work without needing a dedicated pilot, then that itself is already a big help.
And now for some reason, they're all down in the tunnels.
They do have the advantage of safety operating in places which would otherwise be very dangerous for humans.
Well then massive kudos to whoever came up with the idea.
Indeed, I'm sure Commander Izarugi figured out this particularly useless scenario very quickly. Yeah, well, I gotta say I prefer not to have them fight him again. As far as I'm concerned, I'd be much happy if those murders stuck to mining rocks. And mining rocks they shall until, we inevitably deal with it.
Let's consider what we know.
Seems like a bloke named Varen's working on some kind of prototype.
Yeah, and everyone's hoping it'll help boost Lambda's defense. I wonder what it could be.
Surely not a new type of Autolev.
Why don't we just nip along and have a gander? We gotta have some stake in this, right?
Yeah, I'd say so. Land's defense concerns us too. Does it? I hope not. It's like, oh great, the defense is going on the offense. Lovely. Well, of course. Conversation Canteen is over. Onwards to a little to the left. We travelled far for this quest. Have you come to have a nose around this as well? What are you talking about? So, you didn't come to look at the sensor you've developed. What does it do exactly? It reacts to enemy signatures. Like yours. This little thing's indispensable for putting on a nice show of defensive power without having to rely on Autolevs. It enables you to spot enemies without expanding manpower. Very clever. I really want to get them installed all over the place. I suppose you'd be up for helping?
Us? Are you sure we can touch them? It won't think we're enemies?
No need to worry on that front. They can tell the difference. So it's a bit like Kitty's Autolev, yeah?
Yeah, go on then. We'll help you out.
Great. So the first installation needs doing at Old Cliffside Way. Shall we?
We have some new names registered.
If you could fast travel there yourself, do it yourself, you prick. Jesus Christ. Well, it looks like we're planting probes. I'm getting X mining and excursions all over again.
Yeah.
And manically tapping A for no serious reason. Seriously, why did it have to be a button prompt?
I could have sworn that at one point I did that and I just had to hold A and it worked, but I don't know. Maybe it's some kind of... I don't know.
Maybe. It's like Sonic Colors. Good, great, awesome, outstanding, amazing, but all I did was press A! There aren't actually many roads between Colony Lambda and Macfa Wildwood, which means that if we don't get people out here in the event of an attack, we are in trouble. Yes, you need to fortify this point. If anything were to come through here, you'd have a problem. Right, so let's install one of those sensors around here. No sign of enemies right now. Let's move on to the next.
Oh, it's like the sensors we installed in Juniper's colony.
Yay! Except they detect enemies. Next port to call is the Orion Tunnels. I'm really glad that beeping is not constant, because that would drive me nuts. It's like a truck that will be forever reversing.
Yeah.
It makes me think though, trucks, they always sound like they're panicking when they're reversing.
Yeah.
A car's worse. When you reverse, it goes. Yes, I know. I pay attention to car sounds. Speaking of sounds, my wife cannot get enough of this one. You can clearly tell when my wife is playing when she does this.
Yeah.
I wish I could find this particular sound effect.
I love it when it gets rapid like that.
Oh my god. Just go to the damn mark already.
I love that sound.
No kidding, I couldn't tell. I think you've been saying that for the longest time we've done online content.
This looks like another place enemy soldiers would like.
Installing it right inside the tunnels might not be the best idea. Agreed, it would be more beneficial here. Our land could reach it at a moment's notice. Around here, yeah. And that's all in place. Is there anywhere else you'd want to put one? Let me see.
Hold up. Isn't there a waterway around here?
There is. But why?
It's just that we came out from over there, so what's to stop your enemies from doing the same?
Yeah, good point. Let's go and put one over there then too.
Alright.
I don't know why, just those things look so flimsy. What's stopping an enemy soldier from just like kicking it?
Yeah.
Or a monster giving it a light breeze. I'm about to say fast travel and don't go for the sound, for the love of Christ.
What, you don't like the sound?
No, I'm joking. Here? Yeah, here should be okay. If they come via the waterways, it's better to focus on the shoals rather than where the water's deep. In which case, it looks like a suitable place. There are olives nearby too. Yes, this seems like a no-brainer.
And lo, our tactician has spoken.
What? Surely this is blindingly obvious. Then it's decided. Here it shall go. Yep, that's getting waterlogged. And that's all of them. Now we just need to keep an eye on them regularly. Right, Colony Lambda invests so much in its defense that... Huh? Got a message coming in. Uh-huh. Yeah, I hear you. That's on the old cliffside way. What's happened? Just a little wrinkle. They want me up the old cliffside way. Is the sensor okay? Not sure. That's why I'm hoping to find it. We'll go with you. We've come on this far already. I'm glad to hear it. Yes, we have been to 3 places we have already been to before, and just press A.
Yeah.
All we have done is press A. And yet somehow we've done so much.
I mean, that's technically how games are won. You push buttons and you win.
I mean, technically, every video game is a health bar, is a progress bar. Sarge?
Did you install this?
Yeah. I'm sure you're aware, but Sergeant Tonya heads an assault troop. They're the best of the best.
You cannot put these things up without requisite approval from the top. I'm sorry about this, but you're gonna have to take them all down.
Oh. What?
You engineers are always disrupting the system because you just go on ahead and do what you please without ever asking. You don't get to get special treatment, you hear? All requests must be made through the proper channels.
Well, perhaps. What, you're just gonna back down? You're gonna let her torture you like that? She's a stickler for the rules, and she doesn't get on the engineering because we work outside those rules. She won't listen to me, no matter what I say. But someday Lambda might be glad to have these sensors.
Oh, they're useful, I fully agree. And that's exactly why you need to get the proper approvals.
Hey, now hold on a minute, Tonya.
Captain, is there something I can do for you?
Captain Rush supervised the troops. As Antonia in your report said to him, I'm speaking loudly. A request just came in from the engineers. You went around, so I approved it in your place.
If that's your decision, then of course I shan't be the one to gainsay.
I'm just trying to make your life easier. Your love for the job is admirable, but being too rigid is a problem of its own.
Captain, you're too soft. If you can't keep a soldier's discipline, then...
My word is final. Anyway, everyone's ticked the right boxes and got the right stamp, so we can all go home. Thanks for that, Captain.
Captain, I'm not done yet. I asked that you stay behind.
If I think you're taking this a touch too seriously.
We have some new names registered.
I think we've just started an argument. And possibly a mutiny.
Yeah.
Rules are rules, Captain! If you weren't around, I'd be making the rules. If we sat around and making rules and nothing would be done. Rule number 1. There are no rules, meaning it's completely invalid.
So that's the state of affairs.
Fast shovel and he's right there.
Right by our side. Sorry about all that. Didn't mean to get you caught up in as well. If the captain hadn't come along at just that moment, the whole project would have been torn down. That's what happens when you don't get the forms in on time. Even the things the colonies need to have to go through the proper channels, eh? Colony Lambda built to enforce all Whole Foods regulations has always been one of its strong points. Yet somehow, somewhere along the way, it became bogged down in data's protocols.
I mean, I get why they'd have this approval system. It makes it easy to know what's responsible for what.
That sort of leadership can even stand against other colonies in wartime. But now they've been released from any need to fight, those regulations become shackles, confusing everyone. Colony Lambda is standing at a crossroads right now. Should they change or not? Maybe if we talk to people, it might happen. And lo and behold, what do we have here? Or do you think we should leave that for next time?
Next time.
Okay then. Well. How about you, Whippy? You got gripes with Lambda too? Well, we're never going to please everyone the way things are. We draw towards close together if you could just see things from the commander's perspective. And we shall in the next episode. But until then though guys, I think we're going to leave things here. So, thank you all for watching. And of course, if you like this video, then please be sure to like it. And of course, if you want to subscribe to follow this Xenoblade Chronicles free journey, then by all means subscribe to see more. And remember, if you want to win in life, just press A. Until then guys, see you later. Thanks for watching. Toodaloo.